Hi friends, welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Caitlin and I like to film eyeshadow palette ranking and review videos for indie and mid to high end range makeup brands, as well as the occasional other beauty content sprinkled in. So if any of those things sound interesting to you, you should definitely hit that subscribe button because I post 2 videos every single week. And for those of you that are not new here, my face is happy that you are seeing it again. And we are going to do 2 looks, I've decided, with the Kathleen Lights and Il Makiage collab. This is the Disco Fox palette. I did not put stickers on mine because, knowing me, I will put stickers on here and then hate it and then try to take the stickers off, and then the residue will still be there and it'll be a whole thing. But anyways, if you buy this palette, you do have to select one of the sticker sheets because this clear plastic comes off and you put the stickers on here and then you cover it and then you create your own design. But anyways, I've left mine as the normal. But anyways, I just showed you the inside of the palette, but let's talk about it. So it's a obviously very neutral palette. The first look I'm gonna do for you is definitely a normal neutral look. It's probably the look anybody would come up with if you just looked at this palette as far as what to do. And so that neutral look, I did a way to make it fun. So I did a pop of color. So for today though, if you've been here before, you know I love purple, so I'm gonna use this purple. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get into look number 1, and then we'll come back and you'll see this face again and we'll be doing the purple look. Okay. It is not that early, it's 7:23, but I'm getting ready for work. But this packaging, I just really want to highlight for a second because I know this palette is expensive, but sometimes the bougie girl in me really vibes with some luxurious packaging. So this is luxury. I'm obsessed. I'm holding it upside down actually, but yes, love it. Okay, so I'm gonna do a neutral look today. Does that surprise you? But I want to do like a really fun, colorful lip. And then I also got the About Face colored mascara, or not About Face, it's the AF94, but it's Punch Drunk is this colorful mascara. And I was thinking that could be fun on the lower lash line for like a pop of color. So just want to try that. So let's see, we're gonna go in with the shade. What is this first shade? It's the second one in. Later Days. I'm just gonna take a fluffy crease brush for that. And I did swatch these shadows, as always, on my Instagram. But when I swatched them, they were so soft. So I'm really curious how they're gonna apply on the lid. Like, they felt like actual butter on my finger. Okay, that is the lightest shade and that is very pigmented. So because it's 7:23 and I'm supposed to be logged into work in like 40 minutes, this is gonna be a really fast look. Okay, that first really light shade is very pigmented, so that was nice. The next shade I'm gonna go into is the one called Boogie Shoes. And I didn't say what brush I used. I used a Morphe M518 with that first shade, and then now I'm just gonna use this like little Tarte Sugar Rush cactus brush. So it's just kind of like a big packing brush, and I'm just applying that to the outer corner to deepen that up a bit. Yeah, these shades are very pigmented, so I think that's really nice. They're more pigmented than I thought they were gonna be. I mean, the swatches were pigmented, but I guess I don't know. I'm used to neutral shades needing to be built up. And then we're gonna go in with this warm brown at the bottom, which is You're So Vain. I'm gonna use this Morphe M506. Oh, wow, that one is dark. Okay, that really deepened up our outer crease, but that's all right. And then I wanna go in with these shimmery shades. I'm not going to use any water. I'm not going to use any like setting spray or anything on my brush because I feel like these shimmer shades, when I touched them with my finger, they were like very sparkly. And I don't want it to be that glam since it's the daytime. So I'm gonna go in with the shade the Copa and then Hot Stuff, I think. So we're gonna start with the Copa and just see like that. I don't even think you really need to wet your brush. This is a ColourPop like flat brush. It doesn't have a name or anything. I think I got it for free one time from ColourPop. And so since I don't want this to be as glitzy, I'm taking just a little bit and I'm trying to just spread that out, like so that we get the sparkle without it being really intense. I guess I'll go in with that shade, that gold shade. I mean, this is basically the look. Super easy. I'm gonna be really curious to see how this wears, but to be honest, I mean, it's just like sparkles on the lid. Like it's not, I don't know, it's not like very creamy wet, so I don't think I'll have as much issues with creasing, but this is just the first look, so I'll by the end of this video, I'll kind of have my thoughts on, you know, if there's creasing issues or fading or what have you. But since I didn't spray this, I might have a little bit more fallout today, but that's all right. So I'm gonna do my base makeup, the rest of my look, and then I'll come back because I'm just gonna do the same mattes on the lower lash line, so I'm not gonna walk you all through that, but I'll come back and just show you what the finished look looks like. This is the finished look with my little pops of color, but I think this looks really nice. I'm gonna pay attention to how this palette wears, like the shadows, if we have glitter fallout, if there's creasing, what have you, and then I'll give you my thoughts at the end of this video, but I'm also gonna do at least one more look. So for today's look, I am going to primarily use the two like purple shades, but I do need like a way to blend out that purple, that deeper purple. What is that called? I should start using shade names. Q Groovy, I think, or K Groovy. K Groovy, that would make more sense. I'm trying to think what brush would be best for this. I'm gonna map it out using this. Okay, this is a detail shader brush from the Sigma Beauty and Samantha Ravndal collection. I'm just like mapping out like my crease shape with this shade. Almost like a graphic liner in a way. Like that. Now I gotta try and recreate that on the other side. And the advice I've always gotten is you're supposed, like, because we all have an eye that cooperates a bit more and an eye that's a little bit harder for us to do makeup on. So I've always seen advice to do the eye that's harder for you to do your makeup on first and then match your other eye to it. And I've literally never followed that advice, but I think it's really good advice that we should all follow. I just always forget to do it. I sleep on this side of my face, so this eye is always like a little bit more puffy and swollen. So it just makes doing makeup a little bit more of a challenge. Although, now I'm saying this, it's not going too terrible today so far. Am I crazy or are those pretty even? What? I mean, now that I did that, they're not, but they were. Okay, so then what we're gonna do is take the detailed blending brush from the Samantha Ravndal and Sigma Beauty collection and going in, I think I'm gonna go in with this peach shade. I'm trying to use as many shades as possible, and I already used the shade Boogie Shoes, so the peach shade is, I think, Peace and Love. You know, this works out because I'm wearing a sun shirt, so it's purple and orange, so I mean, that's basically the gist of it. It's so funny, I was just editing a video that I filmed at night, like after work, and I was so chatty, I had to cut out so much of it because I was like, this is irrelevant. And then here I am this morning just like sitting in silence, not even saying what I'm doing. I'm just two different people in the morning and the nighttime. So with this, all I'm caring about is that this looks smooth, which on this side it does not. I'm going to put that purple shimmer like all over the lid, so it's really just like when my eyes open, does this look smooth? And I think that looks good enough. Okay, so then I did not spray my brush in yesterday's look, but I think I'm going to for today's look because I just want to see what happens. when we spray. And plus I want this purple as like magical as possible. So let's go in. Oh gosh, oh my gosh. Stunning, it's beautiful. I love this. This is basically what sold me on this palette, is this purple. I'm sure for those of you that have seen my videos where I've talked about how much I love purple eyeshadow, that does not surprise you, but just wanted to say that. And because I wet my brush, this is more of like an opaque application of it, but I think you can get more of like a sparkly like topper with a light purple reflect effect if you just like tapped it with your finger, because that's how the other shades applied. I mean, they were still pretty thick, but you could tap them and shear them out, I found. Okay, I think that's gonna basically be the eye look. I'm just gonna do the same 2 mattes on the lower lash line to blend this, and then I'll do my base makeup, lashes, blah, 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 the whole thing, and then I'll come back and show you the finished look and give you my first impressions after doing 2 looks with this palette. Here is the finished look. I think the only thing I didn't tell you about, like I said, I was going to do the same mattes on the lower lash line. I did that, but I did put Super Freak on the inner corner. But other than that, that's the eye look. Talking through what is on my face, I have the Tarte creamy bronze, or the cream bronzer in the shade Breezy, or the Breezy cream bronzer in the shade Seychelles. Wow, I really struggled with that. But anyways, I did that, and then I did the I mixed my House Labs pigment paint in Flame Matte with my Say Beauty super glowy gel, and then I did like basically my own liquid blush, and then set that with some powder, and then I went back in a little bit with the House Labs Light Level 3 bronzer just to add a little bit more depth on the very outer points, and then I did the Peach Quartz highlight, and yeah, that's my base makeup. But anyways, this is the finished look. Really quickly, because I do need to go to work, I really like this palette. I think these mattes are like buttery smooth and pigmented. I don't want to blind you guys with this mirror, but buttery smooth and pigmented. The shimmer shades are absolutely stunning. I said I'd come back and tell you guys how they wore on the lid yesterday. I felt like this shade down here faded more than the other 2 shades, but these 2 shades were like still sparkly and glitzy by the time I washed my makeup off over 12 hours later. So they were nice. So longevity wise, and then the mattes, like my eye look was still intact. It was just like this shade wasn't as prominent, but like it's for over 12 hours of wear, and I didn't really notice any fading on even that shade until like 8-ish hours in. So I think the longevity was really nice. These mattes are super smooth and creamy and buttery and blend so nicely, and then the shimmer shades are stunning. In Kathleen's video, she said that she thinks they're like Pat McGrath and Natasha Denona quality shimmers. And I've never used it. Oh, I guess I have. I've used it at that one of the Astral Blitz shades. I think there's one in the Bridgerton palette, right? I don't know. I'm not as into, or I haven't tried as many Pat McGrath products as I have Natasha Denona, but I would say that this is close to Natasha Denona quality with how pretty these shimmers are and how nice the mattes blend. So just know that. I did think that. Does Il Makiage normally have this good of quality eyeshadows? Because I've never tried anything from them before. But if it's always this good of quality, I will be keeping an eye out for when they launch something again. So anyways, those are my thoughts. It is an expensive palette. It is, I believe, $72. So, you know, do with that what you want. If that is in your price range and you like the color story, I do not think you will be disappointed. If it is outside of your budget, I wouldn't, like, you probably have these shades, at least these mattes, in other palettes, and you have these colors of shimmers in other palettes. I don't know what your collection looks like. I will say these are sparkly, beautiful shimmer shades that, to me, for my price range and my budget, I think are worth the money. But I don't know if Il Makiage does sales, or I don't know if this is available at Sephora or if it would be eligible for a sale, but maybe that's something that you keep an eye out for if you were really interested in it. But $72 is outside of your price range, which I totally get because it's a very expensive. So yeah, anyways, those are my thoughts on the palette. Let me know what you thought down below. I think a lot of people skip this, but if you bought it, let me know how you're feeling about it in the comment section down below. Or if you didn't buy it, but are just using things you already have in your collection, I want to hear about that too. Anyways, just let me know your thoughts overall, and I will see you all next time. Bye.